Hey, good morning, friends. It's Carl. Welcome to the bathroom. It's time for a silky smooth Sunday shave. Hope everybody had a great week. Mine was pretty dang good. What can we say? It's another day, getting ready for church. It's going to be a good day. So what are we shaving with today? Well, I had a commenter, and I don't remember who it was, asked me about Gold Monkey razors the other day. So I figured I'd bust out my Gold Monkey. This Gold Monkey is honed by the stallion, Anthony Esposito. It's essentially a gold dollar with a different branding as far as I can tell. It's a good shaver as long as it's honed up right. For the soap, the same old soap, Colonel Conk PAA Bay Rum Combo. Brush, it's Just Shaving 2018 Group Brushed. For the post, we'll be using the 5-in-1 by Aqua Vleva and a little bit of Hega blue, just because. Let's get going. 3 days growth, something like that. I don't remember the last time I shaved. Tuesday, Wednesday, wasn't Thursday. So, anyhow, hope everybody's doing good. How's your week been? Mine's been good. Like I said, just grinding along. Work is work. Church is good. Working out is good. Meal prepping is lame, but necessary. You know, every day just one step closer to my goal. You know, trying to get that weight off, take the pressure off my back. Same old story, you guys know it. Aesthetics, the improved aesthetics is a little bit of a bonus, but it's not the ultimate reason. But you know how it is. You've heard me talk about it before. It's a struggle, but it's good as long as I can keep doing it. What else? Been a good week, but not a real eventful week. It's just been real mellow. Finally, everybody is back to work on the job, so it's a little less hectic. Don't have to follow up with my coworkers' patients while they're away, so it takes a little load off, which is nice. Haven't watched many shaving videos at all this week. I meant to sit down and watch a few yesterday like I normally do on Saturdays, but life gets in the way. I had to do all my grocery shopping and laundering and that kind of stuff. Never got a chance to actually sit down. I did watch an interesting video this week. A movie, documentary on Netflix, called Fatopia. And it's kind of about the body positivity movement, and it's pretty interesting to see, and a little disappointing how these people who are supposedly advocates for body size and health at every size and all that kind of stuff are so very defensive and angry. And I get it, having been overweight most of my life, I understand that there is bullying and some hardships associated with being overweight. But good night, like, some of these people's reactions was just ridiculous to me. You know, and the documentary was, I mean, obviously skewed in one direction. But the body positivity advocates were so militant and angry because it was a thin, straight, white male making the documentary. And those were their words, which I thought was ridiculous. Like, what does sex, gender, and sexuality have to do with being obese or body positive or fat acceptance. Like, who you decide to sleep with and the color of your skin really should have no bearing on your view of obesity. You know what I mean? Like, they're not the same. But everybody who denied or detracted or spoke out against this filmmaker always had to include the fact that he was and I get the thin part, but that he was a straight white male. And I was just like, what? What does that have to do with anything? But anyway, interesting documentary. It's free on Amazon Prime. If you are so interested, it's just an interesting look at the body positivity movement and fat acceptance, which I thought was interesting because, look, I work in healthcare. I've been overweight most of my life. I have reaped the benefits of my poor eating decisions. I mean, I've got three vertebrae that are almost bone on bone, and that is most likely due to being so overweight. I mean, I blame my physical job and bad lifting and moving, but you know what the first thing the doctor told me to do? Lose weight. Because it takes the pressure off your back. Blood pressure medicine? Yep, been taking it since I was 19. High cholesterol medicine? Yep, been taking it since I was 19. Obesity increased risk of cancer? Yeah, I'm a cancer survivor. I had lymphoma. Guess what one of the suspected causes of lymphoma? Being overweight. I mean, heart disease, obviously. Diabetes, 100%. So we know that there are health risks associated with obesity. And I think that's the most frustrating part to me, aside from like these activists who focus on sex and gender. But they also try and say that you can be healthy. You can be healthy when you're morbidly obese. And I don't believe, one, not scientific. I mean, it's not. There's enough scientific data that points that obesity is a huge cause of illness all around the world. So it's a lie. And even though you may say, oh, well, you know, I got my checkup and my health, my blood pressure is good, and my this, that, and the other are okay. For how long? I mean, you could be the metabolic anomaly, but the fact of the matter is carrying extra weight is bad for your body, period. And so that's my big frustration with the thing. Like I said, I've reaped the benefits, or the consequences, I should say, of being overweight most of my life. So I know. I work in medicine. I know. I had a medical director, which is the doctor that oversees our EMS service. Before he retired, he was also in charge of multiple nursing homes before he gave up his practice to focus on EMS. And when he would teach a lesson on geriatrics, he always made the statement, and it was very good. He said, you see, if you go to any nursing home, you see old people. If you go to people's houses, you see fat people. But when you go back to the nursing home, you very rarely see old fat people. And it just makes sense. I mean, all the comorbidities that go along with being overweight. The logical conclusion is that your life is not long. And, you know, and that's not even to speak of quality of life. Speaking of quality of the shave is really good. Those gold monkey razors, man, those, just like gold dollars, if they're honed well and stropped well, which I'm surprised I stropped it well, no problem. For beautiful first pass. But anyway, like I said, you guys know I've been kind of really, over the years, struggling to get this weight off, and I've had success, and I've fallen off, and I've come back, and I'm really trying to get out of the cycle of yo-yo dieting, lose 40, gain 40, or lose 40, gain 50, lose 40, gain 20, lose 40, gain 50, lose 50, gain 15, which is what I've done most recently. But ultimately, it's about health, and that's why I'm doing it. Like I said, I want to get off these meds. I want to get this pressure off my back. And I'm close. Like the last time I went in and had my blood work done, at the end of last year, I was about 52 pounds lighter, or I had lost my 52 pound goal. So I was around 229, 230, somewhere around there. Doc drew my blood, and we reduced my blood pressure medication because I was starting to get dizzy when I stood up. And my cholesterol medicines, or my cholesterol levels, were very low. And I didn't know it at the time of the visit because I got the results a few days later. But my plan is when I go back this year for my physical, I'm hoping to be around the same weight, which I should be, because I'm almost back down there. If my blood work is just as good, I'm going to ask the doctor if we can reduce my cholesterol medicine by half. And check it again in 3 or 6 months to see if we can keep it that way, or if it stays low, maybe even drop it even more. When we dropped my blood pressure medicine by half, I consulted with my cardiologist. My primary care physician told me to check with my cardiologist before we did anything. I have a cardiologist because of when I had cancer, the chemotherapy was cardiotoxic, so I always have to follow up with the heart doctor to make sure there's no lingering effects. But anyway, he was excited and said, absolutely drop it. And he said, if you continue to lose weight, there's a possibility you may be able to get off of it altogether. I have never heard a doctor say that since I was 20 years old, 19, whenever I started taking it. I've never had a doctor say, hey, you may actually be able to stop taking this stuff. Which is amazing, and that's one of my goals. So yeah, so anyway, well that's that. Now you guys know all about my medical history and my rant and blathering about health, fitness, body positivity, health at every size. Also, body positivity, not designed or not originated so that morbidly obese people can, and this may offend somebody, but can continue to be obese. Body positivity was actually originated for people with disabilities and injuries and missing limbs and burn scars and things of that nature, to kind of give them confidence and an outlet to not be ashamed of the damage that has been done to their bodies, not by their own choice. And over the years, it's changed meanings. because you very rarely hear about burn victims or accident victims in the body positivity movement. And to be quite honest, when I finished my cancer treatment, they referred me to a counseling group to help people learn how to deal with and cope with the changes that happen to their body from cancer treatment, because some people are left with pretty burly scars from the treatments. And mastectomy breast cancer survivors maybe lose a breast and they get mastectomies and things like that. And that's a big thing to cope with, especially for ladies, is losing a breast. And so those body positivity groups are absolutely necessary. I mean, and my scarring was pretty minimal. I have the surgery scar where they put the port in, and then I don't know if you can see it, but I have a very small scar where they cut out some tumors, but no big deal. So it wasn't for me, but that's what it's for. Not because I still technically am morbidly obese, have decided to not take care of our body. And yeah, so anyway, that's what I've been thinking about for the past few days since I watched that documentary. Sorry to bum you out with some heavy conversation today, guys. Like I said, you guys know I just come in here and I flap my yap about whatever's on my mind. And it's been on my mind. I'm a little thin on this side. It may be a little rough. Let's see. This is a beautiful shave. Plenty of slickness to get me through though. Fantastic. Oh, good night, 20 minutes, huh? 18. Let's get on with this head shave then. Spend all my time yapping and ranting. I lost track of time. Yeah, that's a good shave. Could be a little bit better in the bitch of the neck. I'll clean that up with the head blade afterward. You guys know I do that sometimes. It's not the razor's fault, that's my fault. I didn't really chase after the smoothness. So back to the puck, because I didn't load it enough to carry me through 2 shaves. And I'll get this head shave going. All right, on to lighter topics. Maybe, I don't know. What are we talking about now? That's it. That's all I know, guys. Weighed in at what was it? 231.8 this morning. I'm finally getting back down to where I need to be. You know, I was looking back through my records, and I've been saying I finished the year at 229. Actually, the last time I weighed 229 was at the end of my 1-year goal, December 18th. I started losing weight, or trying to lose weight, this go around. December 18th, 2018, and told myself I was gonna, or 2017, told myself I was gonna lose 50 pounds in a year, and I did. I lost 52 pounds. So I hit my goal. And then from December 18th to January 1st, I didn't go crazy, but I didn't do real well. And I think I actually ended the year, or started the year, 240. So I had gained about, 20 pounds-ish, 15, 20 pounds-ish. Somewhere around there. So I'm actually at my lowest weight of 2019, which is exciting. I'm almost back down to last year's goal weight. There's no way I'm going to hit this year's goal weight because this year was to lose another 52 pounds. That's not going to happen. I can only hope to be about 205. That's kind of my goal. 200 would be even more awesome, but 205 to finish 2019 is the goal. And I can do it. I'm pretty sure I can do that. Just gonna take math and willpower. The rucking is good. The total gym is still whooping me. I did a little yoga yesterday for my active rest. I'm not sure I'm gonna keep doing that, you know? They always say yoga is supposed to be good for your back, and it always seems to make me just a little bit achy. And it could be because it's moving and stretching things the way that they should be, and my body's not used to it. Or it could just be that my broken, out of whack body doesn't like it. I'm not sure yet. I don't want to, I'm really kind of leery to take the chance. Because then if it goes out, man, I'm on the shelf for a little while. That's the last thing I want and or need right now. So I'm not sure how I'm going to proceed there. But yeah, other than that, feeling good, feeling light. You guys that follow me on Instagram, you may have seen that I'm back down to a 40-inch waist pant. That was one of my goals last year, was to fit into a 40-inch waist by the end of the year, and I did, but just barely. Like I was able to get them on and get them buttoned, but there's no way I could have worn them all day at work or whatever without splitting them. So Friday, I figured I'd give it another shot just to kind of see where I was at. Put them on, they fit. Still a little more snug than I would probably like, but they were comfortable. I wore them all day at work, no problems, didn't split them. Didn't have to unbutton them halfway through the day because the waistband was tight, so I'm going to say that's awesome. And next we'll be moving on to the 38-inch waists, and hopefully maybe get those on by the end of the year. We'll see. We shall see. I don't know. But you guys know what my real goals are. Like I said, that aesthetic stuff is fine, but it's really about stopping the medicine or decreasing the medicine as much as possible, getting my mobility and my pain-free life back. That's the big thing. I know I'm still talking about weight loss. This is becoming a shaving weight loss channel, I guess. But like the big thing that I was thinking about when I was watching that movie is quality of life, you know? Like, yeah, you might be healthy, you might have good numbers, you might not have to take any routine medications, but what's your quality of life? Can you go for a walk? Because I know there have been times in my life where I couldn't go for a walk without worrying that I wasn't going to be able to make it home, without having to stop and catch my breath or feel like I was dying. Go up a flight of stairs. Like, I live on the 3rd floor. There have been times since I live here, and even still today, walking up those 3 flights just kills me. It's getting a little bit better, but I mean, luckily I've always been in good enough condition that I've never had to stop halfway. But they're definitely like huffing and puffing at the top. And that's not even carrying groceries or anything. That's just walking up from, checking the mail. I mean, there was a time not too long ago that walking down the stairs to the mailbox and back up the stairs was murder on me. So I worry about the quality of life, and I know my weight, my back pain has affected my quality of life. I don't get to do the things I used to do. I can't cycle, I can't triathlon, I can't go backpacking, I can't camp. So it becomes a quality of life thing too. Like, just because your numbers are good, like, what's your quality of life? Can you do the things you want to do? And that's also very important. You know, because once again, I've reaped the consequences of it, and granted, part of it is because my back is in such bad shape. But physically, even if my back didn't hurt, I don't know if I would have been able to physically do those kind of things. It's getting better now. But, alright, well, that's the shave. Sorry to bum you guys out with a lot of talk about stuff that's not fun. The shave was fun. Oh, I missed a spot. Beautiful shave with the Gold Monkey 777. Everything was beautiful and silky smooth. Yeah, I don't even really need to touch up there, but I might off camera. Let's go with a little Aqua Vleva. That's good stuff. And we're going to finish it off. I should put the Hega on first, I know. A little Hega. Fantastic. Everybody, thanks for watching. Like I said, sorry it wasn't a more upbeat video. I was just talking about what's on my mind. You guys know how I do. Hope everybody has a great Sunday. Hope the upcoming week treats you well. I got a lot of comments on my last video about the manscaping and the stuff, and some people were just like, what the heck is going on? Some people said, yeah, I want to see it. So once I figure out the camera stuff and the best way to show you guys how the back blade works, I will be doing that video for all to laugh at. Anyway, once again, thanks for spending some time with me this morning, evening, whenever you watch this. I hope you have a great day. Hope the week treats you well. Go spend some time with your family and friends. It's really important. And if you live here in the States, school's back in session. Be careful because the kids are out. We'll see you next time. Have a great day. God bless.